Hey, what's up, guys? This is T-Bone here. Merry Christmas to everybody. It is Merry Christmas. It is Christmas time here, and for some of you, it might already be over, but hopefully, you guys had a good holiday. So, we're on episode 16 now in Era of Chaos, and wanted to give a quick update. So, first thing is, you might notice in the email that we've received that we had a compensation. So what they said that is they've adjusted the skill for Luna and they've balanced it and they've also corrected some additional things. But the main thing here is they've adjusted the Luna skill balance. And notice that they actually gave quite a bit of stuff. And so you know that they did a pretty significant change. And if you take a look at the heroes, Luna has a really powerful skill called Infernal Wall, and it used to deal damage up in the thousands. Okay, so kind of like you see Land of Fire here, it's like 11,000 fire arrows and 2,400 and so forth. Infernal Wall now only deals 553 continuous sustained damage. And so it has significantly decreased the amount of damage that this skill applies. And so that means you're not going to be able to walk all over the units anymore. You'll notice this most on big units. Like basically Infernal Wall won't take down the big units anymore. And so that is going to make it really a lot more difficult to go through things like the Trial of Angels. Now, I personally feel that it's actually a good thing because when you have a hero that is just super overpowered that takes away the you know the the skill element and the strategic element out of it, I think that when you have a hero that does that, it's not really a great thing because then it makes it a little bit boring to play. And so I definitely benefited from it, but I still feel like it's a better thing for them to have taken it out so that it is going to be challenging. So like we will feel really excited when we actually am able to take out some of the levels. And so what I'm going to do here for this particular episode, I want to do a couple of things I wasn't able to do before. Typically, whenever I come, I'm unable to do the dual heroes. So I'm going to start with the dual heroes right now. I have four invitations here, so I can actually enter 4 times for free. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and enter. And we will start by selecting our heroes. And so now we've got Mafala, which is going to give you more shield and more defense. Crack Hack is all about offense, and this is a really strong hero, actually. But then there's also Vidomina. So Vidomina is all about using your undead heroes. But I'm not sure if I want to go with that just yet. So I'm going to start with Crack Hack because he is a solid unit to use. And of these, we need to have some good solid tanks. We need less casters and ranged units, but we need more attackers and we need more defense. So we're gonna go ahead and use Swordsman here. And then we're going to grab also Pit Fiend, who is going to really provide also she will actually generate, she'll spawn demons, which is another tanky unit. So as an attacker unit, she's definitely a good one to grab. Now Lich would have been perfect, actually. Lich would have been really perfect with Vidomina or the other undead unit. But right now, let's see. So if we're going to have Lich or free, I'm going to grab a free because I do have, because I have the Pit Fiend. And I'm going to grab Ogre as well. And of the 3 here, I will grab Demon. These are sort of the units I prefer using. And Walking Dead, Skeleton, or Imp, I'll go with Imp. Ooh. Now we've got Black Knight or Angel. I think I select Angel here because Angel is going to give me the revive and also a nice attack. Behemoth is going to be a really good tank to use. And Black Knight will also give me a really nice charge. So far, I've got 4 tanks and I got 1 attacker. So I'm going to grab an attacker. And if I have a good, let's see. So Lich will basically will spawn skeletons whenever I defeat the units. But I feel like I'm going to go mostly with a 4x4. But between those, maybe I'll select the Lich. I guess I'll select the Lich instead of white. And Cyclops, Rock, or Skeleton. I will need one more tank, but I will go with Cyclops for now. Archmage, Pegasus, or Monk. I think I go with Monk for a heal. Gremlin, Cyclops, or Iron Golem. I think I'll grab the Iron Golem just for a backup. And so you can sort of see I am a little. I don't have any chargers here. And I think I would rather grab the Unicorn rather than Pikeman. I need another good attacker unit, but it's not going to be the Pikeman. So let's grab that. All right, so now what do we have? Orc, Demon, or Dendroid Guard? I'll grab the Dendroid Guard because a lot of people would generally try to probably just ban him. And so I'll grab that as a way to give me something else to use. Firebird God or Stone Gargoyle. I'll grab the Stone Gargoyle because I need more attackers. And here you go. Naga or Black Knight. I think I'll pick Naga because Naga is going to go super well with Crack Hack. And then Vampire, Cavalier, or Unicorn. I'm going to go with Vampire. So basically I am heavy on the... I'm heavy on the attack and shield, a little bit on my charger. This Gilu is not going to be useful for my ranged units. Adelaide is all about freezing the units and using, Frost Ring and so forth to stop them in their tracks, which for my units might actually not be a bad thing. Although Catherine will also boost my my castle units. I'm going to go ahead and pick Catherine. Although I'm probably mostly going to be using Crack Hack with this setup anyway. So let's go ahead and begin and see how well we do. So this isn't quite the same setup I had last time where I was able to go 12-0. But let's give this a try anyway. So let's see. So what we want to get rid of in terms of their units. So I want to get rid of this, and I think the other one I'm going to get rid of is this. Wait, I thought I got rid of his, okay, I did get rid of that. So then I can select one more to disable, and so it's charger heavy. So I may actually get rid of his goblin. The goblins can actually cause quite a bit of an issue against the front line. So enemy's going to select first. And let's see. And for those of you who might be new here, I'm actually not playing with any music. I just have the sound effects on because they have Christmas music right now. And this is going to cause me a little bit of a problem. If you watch my previous streams, you'll know what I mean by that. But right now, let's see. So they got, I think it was timed out or something. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. And I'll have Angel. Did my Angel get... Okay, so then I'll use Naga. So let's go ahead and put Naga right here. So I can't select Hero just yet. Looks like Angel is banned, so that's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. Next, I'm going to have my Pit Fiend and my Demon. Like, I'm going to put Pit Fiend in here, as well as my other attackers. So I'm going to be attacker heavy. It doesn't even look like my opponent is playing right now, so they're probably just going to be randomly drawing stuff, right? Yeah, it looks like they're just randomly putting things in there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'll have... I think I'll do that. So basically, whenever you have Pit Fiend on the field, it will also spawn 4 demons. So this is going to really sort of like beef up the front line. And depending on their setup there, he's gonna have to respawn here, but if it's just the AI selecting, then I might be able to get through with actually some charger units. So it looks like I already got a win by default. So because it looked like it, my opponent wasn't responding, and so that's actually a pretty nice system they have in place where it looks like the opponent isn't doing anything, so then they just default, and so I don't waste any time. So that's pretty good. Now let's go and try again. So we're up against Shuling, who's on the same server as me. All right, so let's go ahead and see who we want to disable. One unit I can disable. No, I'll disable the green dragon. And then I can disable one additional unit here, and that's probably going to be Gog. So I can't use Ogre and I can't use Demon. So I've lost 2 of my... and this is why I have 6, right? I lost 2 of my shields. And now let's see. So, okay, so there's an attacker there. So I will start with this formation. See how they respond? They're most likely going to put something in here, or maybe they're going to put something down here, force me to respond back, which is going to be fine. So yeah, so it's probably going to be like a hack team. And so I will have Naga over here, and I can't use Demon, but that's okay. I will go ahead and use Dendroid Guard right here. So Dendroid Guard, you can also take a look at the formation, right? I think you can take a look at the combination. So Dendroid Guard uses slow and units that deal double strike against slow enemies. So like it would have been good for me to put these 2 together. Yeah, so I'm definitely up against another crack user. So I'm gonna go ahead and put red one right here, and let's do Imp. No, I'm gonna put red one right here, and we'll put Imp here. And it's probably gonna be something like a charger unit here, or they're going to respawn somewhere. They're gonna leave the... Yeah, so now I will basically do this. And it's going to be basically a slugfest. It'll be interesting to see who wins in this situation. Right, there's going to be another shield unit right here. And then we'll pick our heroes, and we're both going to select Crack Hack, and let's go ahead and battle. So now it's all about who can... It's all about who can actually... who can go faster. So it's going to be automatic, and so this is all about the... It's all about the AI at this point. So... They go... It looks like I'm actually at a disadvantage right now. They have bigger frontline units. I wasn't able to get rid of his Behemoth or his 2 Dendroid Guards. But it looks like I'm able to take out his bottom line here. So if I can take out the bottom line, then I think the top line is going to be lesser of an issue. They've already lost 4 units, right? So my opponent has already lost 4 units. Most of my units are lower on health, but I think if I can just kind of break through... Yeah, so we're at an advantage in terms of number of units. So if we can take that top line, we can get rid of his if we can defeat his Behemoth, that would be nice. And we do. So we barely come up with a win. A win is a win, so that's good. Congratulations there. And let's see. So we're at 2 now, and we need to get in multiples of 5, right? So we need to win up to 5. This is how you play Crag, right? With Crag, you really don't need any backline support. You just want the strongest unit you can to take it out. And so in that situation, I think I would have been better off if I could have picked Behemoth. It might have been better for me to get more Behemoths. So let's see, who do I disable? Oh, well, there is Angel, so I'm probably gonna lose my Angel there. And let's see, there's a green dragon and a bone dragon. I think I want to get rid of the bone dragon and also the green dragon. This is basically like a dragon heavy, right? And so he got rid of my demon, most likely going to get rid of my angel as well. Looks like No, it looks like my angel is fine. So the first one I'm going to put in here is my angel. I'm gonna put an attacker here and see how they respond. Phantom Sky, welcome to the stream. Merry Christmas, and hope you enjoy. So I haven't done the mode for dual heroes in a while, and so generally I get on and it's already over, so it's a little bit too late, and that's unfortunate. And so let's see, we're gonna go with this guy, and Naga is actually a good unit to put in the middle here. George Isaacson, Merry Christmas. Thanks for joining me here. And let's see. So now there's a caster, so less likely to be Crag, but there's definitely a response there. So I'm going to keep putting it here, and I will use the Dendroid Guard right here. Now, Dendroid Guard will actually benefit my Swordman, so I'll put them next to each other. He's probably figured out by now like what I've got and who I'm going to go with. And so probably see more of a response up top in the front line, or he's probably going to try and do more casters in the back. All right, so there's going to be that. Okay. Now I could use a monk. I could have one less, right? So I could do this, right? I could basically wall off the top, and if I do that, basically it'll be like this, right? Wall off the top. And now I have a choice. I could either use my stone gargoyles up here, or I can have my monk in the back for some heal. But I feel like with my angel in there, might not need to heal as badly. Okay, so this is basically like all out, like forget the bottom lane. I could literally put a charger in there, but I think instead of putting a charger, I'm just gonna basically walk through the front line. Ace. Have I done a unit basics video yet? No, I haven't had the chance to do that yet. That is something that I plan to do. So like I plan to do less. I'm gonna do like a series where it's not just me streaming, streaming my gameplay, but I'm also going to talk about like this unit, like what does it do, what is it good for, and when is it good, like what's a good composition it works against. How to use it, how to counter it, etc., etc., etc. It's gonna take a bit of time, but I definitely want to do that. So let's see how we do. So we're up against Crack as well, but it's interesting. So like, there's no healing in, like, if I were to have like casters in the back, I would have put healers in the back. There's really no point in putting all of these casters in the back because they're not benefiting at all from Crack, right? And so the will to kill skill, etc., they're not actually doing anything. So you can sort of see here the difference is that I am basically walking through their front line because they're not getting any heals. And then I can basically just kind of like take out their back once I get there. So if you're playing Crack Hack as a hero and you choose to use a unit that, that is in the back line, then you should put a healer because it's going to make them have to take longer to get through the front line. And then you want most of your units to be damage dealers. And so in this situation, I was able to defeat the front line because I simply had more attack output. Leo, thank you for the stream. Thank you very much. So what hero should I invest in now that Luna's kaput, basically, right? So let's see. Someone I can sync current sales on her, or should I just stick with her? So my personal feeling is that Luna is still good, because even though she won't deal good damage against the big units anymore, she can still really power up all of your infernal units. So her skill will actually cause all of your fire units to deal more damage as well. And so Luna is a good one. I think in terms of heroes, you'll want to invest some at least in Adelaide, because that's going to allow you to let's see, let me decide first. I think I'll get rid of his charger here. And I'm going to get rid of his genie. So what you want to get rid of, what you want to really focus on are probably going to be Crack Hack. That's going to be one that you'll be able to get next. It depends on your play style. Crack Hack is a good one to get rid of, to focus on, because if you focus on attackers, that's good. If you focus on more casters, etc., then Rashka is okay. Luna is definitely still good. And I think that another good one is going to be the print. There's an undead one that is very very popular. I forget the name because I haven't seen him yet, but I think you get him later on. But some sort of prince, like it's like an undead prince. So he apparently is also very powerful. Now this guy's doing all attackers up front. Interesting. All attackers up front. That's okay. And he got rid of my Dendroid. He got rid of my Naga because he knows that it is a damage dealer. That's okay. So what I can do is I could probably put a healer in the back. Yeah, so basically this guy's doing all attacks. Probably gonna put like more stuff in the back. I'm curious how this is gonna work out, honestly. So we'll do this, and I don't have Naga, so that is going to mean I'm going to put this guy here. And then I will have a healer right here, and I'm curious what I should do. Right, so he's gonna have a caster there. So I'm going to have a healer right here. And I will have a charger right up here. So it can be complicated, but if you start from the beginning, you'll really learn a lot about the game. I think that it's actually it gets easier as you go on. There's definitely a lot of strategies involved, and so this guy definitely knows what he's doing, right? So he's sort of like he's abandoning all shields, and so it's interesting to see how this is going to work out. These are probably some really big attackers there. Interested to see. So there's Angel, this Bone Demon, and there is a Stone Gargoyle as well. So I'm curious to see how this is going to work out. Right, and I'm up against Vidomina, so but I'm not seeing. Okay, so I see Lich. I see. It's not Lich, right? So like, okay, up here is sort of like where they almost broke through, but honestly, like putting 4 attackers without any defense just wasn't a great idea. I didn't think that was gonna work. So anyways, yeah, like if you're going to be using an attacker heavy team, Vidomina is not the right hero. If you're going to be using Vidomina as a hero, you want to have more undead units. Like you want to have your Walking Dead, you want to have your Skeleton, you want to have Lich. But I see in there, that wasn't Lich, I actually saw a bunch of mages, archmages, so that didn't really help there. Psychological Warfare, welcome here. Let's see, and George. I am still playing, right? But there's not as many things to stream compared to this game. Like there's daily content I can provide here with the Legendary Game of Heroes. Between events, there's really not much to say. So yeah, no problems. Another question: what to spend champion currency now? So should you get Luna to 4-star? If you're 71 out of 100, you should just get her to 3-star. There's nothing wrong with getting a unit to 4 stars. I don't think. It's just a matter of like splitting up your currency. Like champion currency, I think of the ones that you can use, like let's take a look, right? If you take a look at the champion currency, so what I have done is I have also spent quite a bit of my, my currency on Luna because of all of these, and I don't know what these unopened ones are just yet, right? So it also depends on what they're like. I'm not really much of a range player, so I don't use Gelu. Rashka would have been another one that I want to get to 3, and then Rylan is also another one that I don't really focus on. So again, it caters to your playstyle, right? So 3 stars wise, I got my Catherine to 3-star because then you want to get her 3 stars so you can get her skin. Luna, I think 3-star would not be a bad idea. So like I got her to 2-star at this point, and I don't think putting her at 3-star is a bad idea because if you look at her 3-star. Right. So even though she was, oh, by the way, I got skin for Adelaide, so I'm pretty excited about that. So Luna, if you look at her skill, what's nerfed is her Infernal Wall. Land on Fire actually got a slight buff, And then there's Bloodlust and Fire Arrow. And if you look at her skill, you know, 3 stars. So at 3 stars, what she'll do is she'll increase the spell damage of all your fire heroes. So then if you have like, you know, Afridi, Gog, and all those other fire units and Firebird, you're going to get a boost. So it depends on your units, depends on your playstyle, and depends on what you want to do. So it's not going to be a mistake to go with Luna, I don't think. So let's go back and go for win number 5. And let's see how we do. So afterwards, between those 4, like those are the 4 I see. If you want to go fire, then Rashka makes sense. Like I said, like Gilu is something that is a unit that I don't really use a whole lot, just because I'm not much of a ranged player. Like I don't invest a lot of my currency on that. Okay, so probably gonna get rid of. I'll probably get rid of your Behemoth. Then the next unit I'm going to get rid of is either the Bone Dragon. Okay, well, I guess he got rid of Bone Dragon for me. Then the unit I'm going to get rid of then is going to be the Lich. Lich is actually kind of annoying. So with Lich, they keep spawning more units. The more they can kill your own units, and then so it just takes time afterwards, and you always have to be careful there. So I got rid of Lich there. But it looks like the only unit I lost is Ogre, right? And so I will go ahead and see how you respond to this. All right, so I'm gonna force you to put another unit down here. You know that I'm going to be putting shields up here. So are you going to put casters, or are you going to put... You're probably going to put another shield right here, plus another one down here. Let's see. I'm guessing 2 shields down here, or a shield and attacker. Shield and attacker. And so I'm going to do this. And I will put... I'll put demon here. Right? And now probably going to have Brian, yeah, there's always going to be room. Go ahead and I'll go ahead and clear some space, and then make it application only. And if you could let me know what your in-game name is, I will go ahead and add you in there. I believe we're full right now, but you should not have any issues. So again, so like this is my main setup right now, and then I'm going to have my stone gargoyle up here, plus my I may not even need a shield, honestly. Like I could also put a monk to heal. If you've been following me for about a year for Legendary Game of Heroes, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. So like I said, you know, I still, oh man, all shielded up. Okay, so then I could simply just do this then. I could just do this, and then I could provide a heal in the back. I'm not going to worry about up here. So, yeah, Brian, you let me know what your in-game name is for Era Heroes, Era Chaos, and then I will manga spawn. Nice. Okay, so after this, I'm going to go ahead and make space and make it a... and make it an application only. So this person decided to go with lots and lots of shield units against my predominantly attacker team. So I actually think that he's going to be a little bit of a disadvantage, because the attacker units will actually go through the shield, right? And with my healer in the back, basically healing them up, he's not going to deal enough damage. Like the shield units aren't the ones that's going to be your damage dealer. It's going to be your attackers that's going to deal the most damage. And so you can see the difference in power output at this point, right? So you can sort of see like the difference when you the right response to a team of full attackers isn't a team of full of shields. Like you're not going to be able to stop them with shields. You're going to have to stop them with power. You're going to have to stop power with power, and you're going to have to heal. So that is the proper way to stop a team that is focused primarily on attack, because just shields isn't going to be sufficient. So George Isaacson, is this game very expensive to play? So you can see my VIP level. I am currently at VIP 0. I've been playing for 16 days now. Yeah, 16 straight. So you can see I have 16 streams, and that's predominantly what I've been doing. I basically play when I stream, and aside from that, I haven't put any money in. You can see my gem count. All of that comes from just pure play. I'm gonna go ahead and clear some space because we have people that haven't logged in for many days, right? So Fair Ninja 3 days, although I think I know who you are. So Baron, and you haven't actually donated at all, 40. So I'm gonna go ahead and expel. And so now go ahead and apply, and then I will let you in. All right, Brian? Yeah, so this game is, oh, and don't forget to, oh wow, 200 of the Dragon Steel, nice. They also have this thing right now where they have little snowmen that keep popping up from time to time. It can contain anything, anywhere from gems to gold to experience points, etc. So make sure that you keep grabbing it. All right, so let's keep going. We're doing well so far in our Duel of Heroes. And so like I said, right, if you're, depending on what your opponent's going after, like if your opponent's going caster heavy, if they're like super full on liches and whatnot, like you might also want to try and have some chargers in there. Chargers counter casters and they counter ranged units, and attackers will counter defenders. Okay, so you saw right there, having more defenders did not stop my attackers. You need to fight fire with fire in some cases, so you need to just out damage them. And so look for opportunities to ban the units that deal the most damage. That's going to cripple the team. But like me, I've already sort of set up my team to focus on attack, because I sort of focused my setup around my hero because I knew I was going to go with Crag. Nobum, this is a mobile game. You can download this on Android or iOS. I'm playing on a emulator. I'm playing on BlueStacks right now, and so I am able to use the mouse, etc. But you could play it on mobile. So like right now, I'm using my mobile, my Android account on an emulator, and that is the reason why that you're seeing this as if I'm playing on PC. I prefer this because I can use my big monitor for it. And so we're gonna get rid of this. I'm actually less concerned for chargers. Actually, like with my setup, I'm not worried about chargers at all. I'm just worried about units that can provide lots and lots of heal, and units that can out damage me. And so like that's why I would get rid of this. So it looks like they got rid of my Naga. Okay, that's fine. So I'm not worried about any of these units except for maybe the green dragon. So got rid of my Naga, so I am down one attacker. So that's okay. All right, so after this fight, I will go ahead and let you in. So in a situation where I don't have Naga, Naga is an amazing attacker. So what she'll do is she'll actually deal damage to 3 units. And so I'm not going to worry about you. I'm just going to go ahead and do my thing. I'm going to have this set up right here. So starting with a charger means that he wants me to answer up here, right? He's expecting me to you know, not want to open up the lane right here, but I'm going to force you to put something up here. I mean, in the end, I just have the same setup anyway, but you kind of have to sort of see, like, so he's basically, like, it doesn't really matter to me because I'm not really going to worry about it too much. So you can charge, and chargers are actually going to be stopped by my, it's going to just be stopped by my defense here anyway. So unless you start putting some attackers and some units up here, this is going to get decimated. And putting a shield in the second row, a second column, isn't the right play either. You want to put the shield up here, right? So this guy is going to get decimated by my team, to be honest with you. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to heal in the back. But before I do that, I'm going to put the Storm Gargoyle right here. So if you don't do something down here, you're gonna get run over. So you want to be careful. All right, so there's the defense units. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put my monk right here, and I will respond with a charging unit. Actually, I'll respond right here. So let's see. Mount Fillmore, you're sad you didn't clear Trial of Angels Fight 4 before Luna was nerfed. Eeks. Yeah, that's gonna be really hard. That's how I was able to clear Fight 4. Yeah, so I think you can still use Luna, but it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. Alright, so I'm curious how this is gonna work out. I'm really curious. With a charger heavy team, I don't feel like you've got a chance here. I could be completely wrong, but look, I'm gonna also I spawned demon here, so I get additional support down here. Didn't really need the supports. So let's see. So you got archmages, which isn't going to help, and basically I'm just walking all over your units right now. Like I haven't lost a single unit, right? And so that's what I'm saying. Like that was not like against a attacker heavy team, charger's not going to work. The dual charger lane is really popular now. I might drop attacker in that last spot. Yeah, and so I was anticipating that. And but the thing is, with dual attacker up top and leaving the bottom open, you need to be sure that you can actually clear the bottom. Like I am pretty sure that I had the middle taken care of, and as soon as I open up the bottom, like it was game over. Like my pit fiend actually spawns demons. So like even without a defense unit down the bottom, I was able to actually, I was able to spawn them anyways. So let's see. So I'm gonna get rid of the Black Knight. Okay. Or my opponent will get rid of it for me. And so the next one is going to be this guy. And I'm not really concerned necessarily, so I guess I'll just get rid of the 2 big units. I guess I don't have casters, so I'm not really worried about white. And I'm not really worried about archmages. And so the only thing I was worried about are the big units, and he got rid of all of his units. Like none of mine got banned. And so let's go ahead and start with a unit, and let's see. Crag is good. You can farm him. So, oh, sorry, I said I was going to let you in after this fight. I will do this after this fight for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. So basically, you can farm Crag in the underground levels. So starting, I think, level 9, 10, 11, 12, chapters 9, 10, 11, 12, you'll be able to... So let's go ahead and we'll just kind of go attack. Probably gonna end up being the same. Probably gonna be attackers here. Yeah, it will actually white will silence all skills. I think it's not the back. I'm just less concerned about it because it's just 1. All right, so we're gonna do this, and we'll do that. And now, like, I probably should have put my demon up here because I could have had the choice of putting. I probably could have also put my monk here. I might put the monk here. So let's see. So monk. Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna put monk here then. So I don't get silenced. Give everything higher morale. In this case, I'm pretty certain my stone gargoyle is going to do just fine. And then let's select our heroes. So yeah, so for Crag, after you get him to 2-star, I'm sure there's going to be other ways later on in the chapters for you to get him to 3-star. Like, it'll probably be available in some other packs or something like that. We'll see. Okay, so we got Angel and Dendroid Guard. Okay, so what got silenced is my... Interesting. What got silenced? Was it my my swordsman? All right, so let's see how we're doing. So we're the only one that's a little bit concerning is the bottom row. I think we're fine up top. Okay, so Vidomina is basically coming, like Vidomina has this thing where I'm getting hit from behind because of all her, oh, I'm actually gonna probably lose this one, huh? Am I gonna lose this one? No, I think I'm gonna be okay. It's close. So Vidomana's skill to, you know, generate all of these undead armies in the back is what took out my monks. But I think my units are going to deal enough damage to be able to take them out. So this was actually a little bit closer. So that was actually a pretty good setup there. See all those skeletons that caused me an issue? Was able to take out my monk. But if you take a look at the stats, right? So like the Lich, including, so that was a good play, right? So my opponent used Lich, Vampire, Skeleton, and that, you know, allowed a ton of armed skeletons. Kind of look at how many armed skeleton warriors were summoned, and so that actually almost took me out. But because I wasn't focused a lot on the back line, I had a lot of armor and I had a lot of attack. I was able to overcome that. If I didn't, I would have lost this setup. And like there's Bone Dragon, Lich, all these undead units. So that was a really good play, good setup. I think if he had used a different undead hero, probably would have defeated me actually. All right, so let's go back and let's welcome our newest guild member. So guild hall, and let's take a look at management. So we got manga spawn, so we'll go ahead and accept. Congratulations, thank you for joining here. And so let's see. I think the top 2 arena on our server run veto with necromancers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like necro can, like, basically they just overwhelm you. Like if you can just basically like take out a couple of units, then you just start getting overrun. It's like, you know, fighting zombies. Like you lose one, you lose more. So it's going to be an issue. Leo Bronfman, if you are not on NA7, unfortunately, you will not be able to join unless you start a new game. We actually reach out to customer support to ask about that, and you're not going to be able to bring your unit. You're not going to be able to bring your existing units cross server. They didn't allow that, unfortunately. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of the Black Knight and their Genie. Those are going to be the 2 on the chopping block for me. Genie will cause the biggest problem for me because they're going to heal. Genie heals better than Monk, right? And so definitely want to get rid of any healing units. Okay, and so I lost my Naga and lost Naga, which is unfortunate. But on the other hand, he's lost his Black Knight and his healer. So losing a healer is a little bit more devastating, I think. So gonna beat that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start up here. Then I will. Should I force an attack? I was thinking about putting two attackers up here. So like another sort of thing you want to think about is how to force your opponent to place units in a way that is more advantageous for you. And so like if I had put 2 attackers here, I wonder how he would have responded, right? So if I did this, okay, because I planned to put that there, and I did this. Right, so basically I'm leaving this open. I don't think he's going to be lured into putting a charger up here. He might put another, he might just cover up the front, right? He might actually just end up filling up the hole here and here. So he responds with an attacker up here. So I'm going to put my Dendroid Guard right here. I am short on 1 attacker, which is right here. That's okay. I'm going to go and confirm. I think I will fill it up with, I'll fill up with Demon over here. And who will I put here? Like, I could probably put the Lich here. The Lich might actually be interesting for me because the Lich could actually help me overtake them, right? And so I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and I'm going to put my Lich up here. I'm kind of concerned about this, but let's go for it. So the reason I put Lich in this time is because I want to sort of see the spawning of the skeletons, right? So every time opponent's unit dies, my Lich will actually spawn skeletons. Interesting, very interesting. So like sort of like the response is okay, so that's why she's not concerned about the bottom, because she can also summon demon. And so I'm curious about this setup now, right? So they've got some couple big units, and so if I can take out some units in here, right? As soon as I take this unit out, we're gonna summon the undead, right? So the more I can take out, the more undead is gonna come, right? You sort of see, like, you can sort of see here, pay attention to the undead that's coming out, and we're gonna keep taking out their units. We're gonna keep sending out more units, okay? And because the top lane is empty, I'm gonna be able to kind of walk through the bottom, like walk through the top lane. Except, you know, Adelaide keeps freezing my units, so that's actually really effective. Okay, so let's go ahead and attack, and let's get more units now. Right, so they're gonna join the fight. We're just gonna get more and more units to take them out. So Adelaide's, you know, this skill takes forever to complete. So the combination of Ice Wall and Frost Ring actually can be pretty devastating. But yeah, so like Lich also helped me because like I'm very damage focused. And so with damage focused teams, if I'm expecting to take out a lot of units, actually Lich would really be devastated too. That's actually a pretty good setup. I kind of like that. So let's try that again. So we're 8 out of 12 already. Let's go for 12 wins, see how we do. See if we can do the 12 wins. So right now you're using Cavaliers. Cavaliers are good for stunning. So if you can, you have to use it more. You have to use it in certain situations. They can actually stun your units, and that actually can make a difference. But you have to, I don't know. You have to really decide. I don't really like using chargers, to be honest. So you got Naga and Green Dragon. Definitely slot a Naga. I would definitely put in slot Naga. So Mount Fillmore already got you. You know, he already got you there. He gave you the recommendation. So it's getting a little harder to search for opponents now. I'm not sure whether it's because there's just too long of a queue or what, or there's not enough players. But I'm not going to cancel my search. Last time I canceled search, I ended up not being able to get back in. And I was at 11 wins. I couldn't finish my 12th win. So that was really unfortunate. So we're going to try and wait for the opponent. So we got Priest Rufus on... I feel like I've faced this person before. All right, so let's see. Who do I disable? Out of all these units, they're all my units on the chopping block. Goodness. I don't like any of these choices. I'm going to lose both my Naga and my Angel, probably. Or just lose my Ogre and my... okay. So like I said, I'm really not concerned about any of these units. I'm just going to get rid of this guy. I'm surprised I didn't lose my Naga and my Angel. Instead, I lost my Ogre and I lost my Iron Golem, which is actually okay. And so yes, that's the reason why. Like, the reason why I didn't lose my Angel is because the opponent does have Angel as well. And so I'm gonna set up this way. So I'm expecting to be facing Angel. That's okay. Plenty of matches where I faced Angel as well. That's actually a good thing for me. So there's 2 defense there. I'm gonna keep on the attack, and I'm gonna actually put in the Lich over here. Yeah. So I'm not worried about not worried about the tanks right now. So I'm going to put Angel here, and then I'm going to put the Angel right here. Then I will put the Dendroid guard here. Like I said, I'm not even concerned if I don't have a if he doesn't put chargers here, I'm actually going to be okay. So there's a charger. Kind of wanted to put a monk here. I suppose I'll do that. I suppose I will just go attack heavy. No heal this time. I'm gonna try out because I feel like this is, you know, I feel like putting Lich behind a team that you expect to deal a lot of damage is gonna be really good because she's gonna continuously provide, you know, support, right? And so let's see. So I'm gonna spawn demons. So immediately I'm not gonna be too worried about this. Okay, as soon as I take him out, look, skeletons come into the fight. Skeletons come into the fight, and they're gonna deal damage because they're melee units. And we're gonna walk through the front line completely. And now we are basically already onto the back line, right? So this setup is almost invincible. Look at that. It is ridiculous how strong this setup is against any caster unit. Right? Like if I can just, that's why having the really attack heavy team paired up with Lich is just going to make your team stronger. It's just going to keep like, and that is why the prince, I can't remember his name, somebody's going to have to remember me for me the name. The prince has the same skill as Crag. So he actually has the will to kill. So he increases the critical chance of all your meta units. And he gives bonuses to undead. So like you put undead in there, and then you put a couple of attackers like Naga in there, and then you put Lich in the back. And basically just, I think what you will have is Walking Dead skeleton up front as the tank. You put Lich in the back. And you're just going to get nothing but skeletons just walking through your opponent. I haven't played it, but that would be the next one I'm going to want to try. But I never got him, right? So, all right. So let's go ahead and get rid of your genie. Thank you for coming. And who did I lose? I think I lost my Pit Fiend. Yeah, I did. Lost Pit Fiend. Lord Hart? Is that his name? I can't remember. So let's see. So Naga is really good. Naga is really, really good for the, like right here and here. So if I don't have Pit Fiend, then I'm gonna have to put the demon here because I'm gonna be low on an additional damage dealer or additional. I'm probably gonna be facing a similar setup. And so I will do that. Question is what to do down here. So I'm probably going to have, I'm short one attacker. Okay, well, if you're going to do charges there, then I'm not worried anymore. Then instead I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. I'm probably just going to put an additional, I'm probably going to put my stone gargoyle down here to respawn to this lane. Right, so I can basically respawn to this lane right here. Okay, let's do that.
You will never kill my legend!
Lord Hardy can only buy him? If that's the case, that's too bad. Like, I want to know, like, I'm sure at some point you'll be able to earn him later on. You just need to be high level enough. Alright, so let's see if this was the right choice. Putting up the Stone Gargoyle against the... dwarves. Okay. So as long as I see skeletons coming on, I know that I am doing okay, and we can sort of see their chargers already dying, and then we were up against the vampires, and I think we're okay still. Like, you know, as I keep killing more units, they're gonna be at a disadvantage. Look at like skeletons just kind of joining in. They're gonna eventually overwhelm this team right up front. Nothing in the back. There you go. So like a prolonged fight is actually okay for me. Yeah, look at how many units of skeletons I summoned there. Right, it's all about damage, and then overwhelming them with more skeletons. All right, we're 10 and 12. No losses so far. Let's keep going. And my next time that I'm going to focus on an undead army. This time I was focused on just pure damage output. Next time I play this, I might try to do a more undead focused team, just to see how that works out. All right, two more to go. Takes a little bit longer. I'm assuming they're trying to find opponents with similar records, probably. Like that's probably my assumption, is that they're also looking for opponents that have about 10 wins or so. The idea is that, you know, like I'll probably be facing tougher and tougher opponents. Yeah, similar level. Batman NA1. People in NA1 generally are more, from what I've heard, people in NA1 are tougher, and so would not be surprised if I lose this match. And so I lose Naga, and I lose... I guess I'll just get rid of your white. I lose Naga, but I keep Angel, so that means I'm probably going to be up against Angel. And you can sort of see, depending on what they put on the first turn here, it could be an attacker right here, it could be a caster right here, or a shield right there. These are sort of like the three common pieces. So I'm going to start with a 2 attack opening. No Naga. 2 attacker opening down here. You get Black Knight before they let you buy heart if you have high VIP levels. I see. Okay. So I'm probably going to be going up against Hack. So there's really no need to pretend. Let's just keep going here. And what I'll do is I'll put the Stone Gargle here, Lich here. Yeah. So I'll put the Stone Gargle here, and I'll put the Lich right here, Monk here, and then I'll fill the top line with my Demon. Because I don't have to worry about Genie healing. There's a chance that there's a Monk, but I'm going to put my own Monk in here. And I'll put you up here, right, for additional support. And Demon also deals pretty good damage as well. Top arena players use Veto instead of him. Like, I'm really curious. Like, I want to try and see how Veto works. I mean, you can actually buy Veto right now. I could actually buy Veto with gems. So I'm contemplating on it just to see. All right, 2 Dendroid guards. Interesting. And Vidomida with skeletons, you can see. And do they have liches in the back? Also liches in the back. So I might actually be at a disadvantage here. But I'm curious. Alright, so Undead Army gonna come out in the back. That's gonna take up my Monk. But I was able to take him out. Right? So look at this. Like, skeletons versus skeletons. Right? And so the more skeletons that we take out, the more skeletons we spawn. But same for them too. The more skeletons that they take out, the more skeletons will spawn. And they're gonna keep spawning out a skeleton army in the back. But right now my damage output is just overwhelming my opponent. So I think we're gonna be good. Like, I still have all my units still alive. they're not going to be able to do anything against my units at this point, actually. My units are bound, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and take them out, and then we're on to an 11-0 victory. You don't need to. You should have gotten 40-something pieces of her from an earlier event. Just pop a few universals and I can unlock her. Did I? I never even bothered checking. So you tried Veto a couple times, couldn't make her work. You never pulled the Necro units needed. Yeah, so I think you really need Lich to make that work. All right, 11-12. We are just one win away from 12 victories. Not bad, I would say, for... so like the last time I played, I was also able to go 12-0. So far, this has been good. But I'm expecting that as time goes on, as players, you know, get more of a feel for how they should be setting up their team for Duel of Heroes, it's going to become more challenging. I think there's going to be a certain meta that you're going to see. Like right now, I'm definitely playing the meta of, you know, high damage and taking advantage of the damage output. Ooh, I got a gold reward. Thank you very much. Let's go. So again, not going to cancel because you never know what happens when you cancel. Last time I canceled at 11-0, I couldn't get back in at all, and so I'm just gonna let it sit and wait. And Lich is a unit that you need 80 of, and so like I need to get lucky with my gems in order to get her. Right now, there's also an elemental event, so not sure if you guys are aware, but for NA7 server right now, you can actually pull some nice elemental. There's Earth Elemental and Fire Elemental. I think those are both 3-star units. I got a Storm Elemental from one of my pulls. It's a 2-star unit. Haven't gotten to purple just yet, but I'll try them next. Okay, so 30 seconds remaining. It's hard to find an opponent, huh? Crag is definitely a really strong hero to use for sure. If you can sort of take a look at sort of like the popular ones, and you can see who is at the top, you'll probably see Crag up there in terms of percentages used. All right, so this is like a full 2 minutes of not being able to find an opponent, huh? But I'm not canceling out. Matching failed. Let's try again. Actually, yeah, that was full 2 minutes of searching and couldn't find anybody. Come on, guys. I just need one more opponent to get my 12th win. Anybody. Even if somebody that has just one win, right? Like, don't be too strict about your matching here. This is almost like Clash Royale days when you would not be able to find any, like you couldn't find any match for like 5 minutes. Yeah. I didn't expect to have a failed match. I would have expected it, you know, like, as you get down to, like, the last 20 seconds or so, you should just match me with anyone. I wonder how many tries I'm going to have before I actually find an opponent. This is going to be really funny if I can't get to my 12th match for the second time in a row. I had to wait for an entire day because last time I played right before the event was over, and so when I hit this, there's 5 minutes remaining before they end it, and they wouldn't let me in for 5 minutes. Thank you so much for another gold reward, and then I had to wait until we reset. So let's see. This is going to be a second failed match. That's going to be really terrible. I guess we could probably wait for a couple minutes and then use this time to see the stat of how this has been going. Right? 34 seconds. Oh my goodness. Like, either nobody is at the same sort of wins, like same level right now where they're at 11 wins, or nobody's playing. I would have imagined across all of these servers that different people would be playing. I could at least find one match, right? Come on, guys. I use ticket, so I've been earning tickets. I have 4 tickets right now, so I used one of my 4. Oh my gosh, 2 failed matches in a row. So battle stats. So this sort of tells you, you know, who. I didn't lose 3 in a row. So here's the top level lineup. We've got Catherine. Interesting. Catherine, Crack Hack, Gilu, Crack Hack. You can sort of see a Crack Hack really is really quite a lot. And then Black Knight. This is the reason why I always ban Black Knight, because of their damage output potential. And then I would imagine that popular hero Crag is 68%, and here is Lord Heart. So you can see here, Death Ripple deals Earth spell damage on all units, and 50 more units to units that have low morale. This is why using Bone Dragon is actually good. And his things are ineffective against Necro. So if you want to go against Lord Heart, you have to go Necro. Sorrow inflicts low morale, and his specialty is a Death Knight. So Black Knight turns to Death Knight, and they basically just like deal a ton of damage. And then Kill Order is what makes the Death Knights deal even more damage, right? So Death Knight coupled with Lord Heart is going to be devastating. And Vidomida is all about cooldown for Necromancy. So all of the Necromancy skills are reduced. That's why you can get more and more. Your Lich benefits a lot from Vidomida. Come on, guys. Let's try this again. You're still waiting for your ticket? I don't know how I've been earning tickets. Like, I've been just earning them from inbox. They keep saying, come back. We're here is a ticket for you to enter. Are you serious? Can't find a match. This is my 3rd attempt. All right. Mount Fillmore, go and join the fight so that I could be matched up with you. Or somebody. This is ridiculous. How do you not find a match? And this is on my 12th win. Come on. 12th match. 2nd time in a row I'm not able to find an opponent. 70 seconds. Like, this is weird. Right? Because it's right in the middle, and I didn't have any problems matching. So it really, I think, has to do with their algorithm then, right? Like, if they're being strict about only pairing me up with players with 11 wins, I will get my 12th win when everyone else on the server gets their free ticket. Yeah, probably. Like, probably they don't want me to be matched up against the same players, and they probably don't want to match me up against anybody who has less than 11 wins. That's really restricting, right? If I'm only matched up with people who have 11 wins, there might not be that many. So this is boring, like this. Like, having to sit here and wait. This is basically 6 minutes worth of dead time where I'm just sitting here waiting for it. So if I can't, then I'm gonna check out the store and I'll come back a little bit later. Oh, here's an opponent. So let's hope that we don't lose. All right, so let's see. So we'll clear out Genie. And the next I want to clear out is probably going to, like, look at this, right? I see Walking Dead and I see Bone Dragon. Do I get rid of their Bone Dragon or do I get rid of their Walking Dead? I think Bone Dragon. Because what I'm expecting is I'm probably going up against an undead army. Yeah, good luck. This is for the 12th win. But I feel like my composition is able to... I think my composition could probably handle quite a bit of... so I said my... Okay, so my Swordman is the one that... that got banned. So Swordman and who else? I got Naga, and I got my Pit Fiend, Stone Gargoyle, and I got my core unit, so I'm less concerned about it, but I'm curious, right? So I'm gonna kind of respond here and see how you respond. Austin McKenna, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining me, and Merry Christmas to you. So now, I will probably... Interesting. So without my Swordman, I guess I'll just do this and Lich right here. And then if he continues to put more shielding units that I'm just gonna put my stone gargoyle here and my monk here. So I'll do a 2 defense, 4 attack, 2 caster lineup. I'll do this. Good night, Brian. Thank you for joining us, and once again, welcome to the guild. I wonder if you're gonna put a charger up here. This will lure you to get a charger up here. There's a charger.
Feel my axe!
Let's see.
This land.
Interesting. So my monks are lost, but they get revived, so that's good. So now basically the vampires are just fodder for me at this point, right? So just waiting for them to die. And then I'm actually losing here. That was a bit of a surprise for me. Okay. I lose this one. Ah. After all that time, I ended up losing. I think that made a difference, huh? I think having my... I think not having that top line defense actually made a bit of a difference. Well fought. Alright, I lose this round. Now I gotta go back and wait more. So I need to pay attention to how I lost there. So let's see. So their angel did a bit of work and had 2 ogres and 2 dendroid guards. So I guess I wasn't able to break through here. That's probably what it was, right? So 2 ogres, 2 dendroid guard. I think putting my stone gargoyle along with my pit fiend might have been a mistake. My demon, horn demon, they did well. Lich actually did a lot of damage, as you can see with that. But I was up against Adelaide, who froze my lich and my monk a lot. So that was actually well fought. So good job by my opponent there. And now I hope I can find another match faster. I think the open lane actually did was my mistake right there, because that allowed him to open up the. That allowed him to end with a charger up front with his right, because the vampires distracted my unit, so they weren't able to heal the front line, and Adelaide froze my back line a lot. So the issue here is my back line wasn't able to support, and I don't think I had enough attack output up against 2 dendroid guards and 2 ogres. And I didn't see ogre and dendroid guard on the chopping list. Imagine if I had chopped ogre and dendroid guard. That's 4 units that he would have lost. So that was interesting. Not enough opponents. This is just so terrible. I didn't want to lose that one. Like, that was the opportunity to take it away, and I lost that. I'm gonna just cancel, go back. Let's do something else. Let's do Duel of Champions. So this is where not having Luna actually... Oh, I can't do it because I already did that. So let's go back and let's take a look and see. So we've got some heroes. What can I do here? I can change the mastery. Global. So let's do confirm here. So let's do that. What else can we do here? So let's see. I think I didn't do gate. So Dragon Utopia, you can sort of see the main difference here, right? So the difference now with Luna's change, I'm gonna have to small melee units can quickly destroy crystal barrier, but I want to do this, right? And I want to do this. So Luna, the biggest difference with Luna is now her Infernal Wall won't take down the dragon anymore. Whereas before, you literally would see like 5 health bars just go down. And so now let's see the difference this makes. Right, so let's see how... So you can see like, you can see the health barely goes down at this point. So it's no longer useful against big units. So you can't count on the Infernal Wall being useful against the big units. But I can still use this. Like, it is good against the baby crystal dragons though. Alright, so it's still good against these units here. Against small units, Infernal Wall is still effective.
Look into the flame and burn.
Okay, so let's go ahead and break down your shield and let's keep going. Whereas like this used to be a lot easier and I was able to take this down. But I can still deal some damage. You can sort of see like you can see the difference it makes, right? Like I'm down to 50 seconds and I've only taken down 2 health bars. This has become like a lot harder.
Look into the flame and burn.
We need to keep going here. The problem is whenever he does this skill, I need to clear out the dragons first and then I need to quickly take him out. I'm probably not gonna be able to take it out anymore, huh? Come on, deal more damage here. 17 seconds. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. So this was done with Luna before, and now Luna won't take it out. So I need to use probably Crag to deal more damage. Like you can see, Infernal Wall doesn't do anymore. So instead of sweeping, I mean, like if I sweep, I'll get more. But if I use Crag instead,
No one can beat me.
right, and I should be using this guy to deal more damage here. Crag, I think, is going to be a little bit better. So we're going to finish off this fight, and then we're going to go back and try to get our 12th win. That's going to be the focus for the stream. I don't want to end the stream without me being able to get the 12th win. Let's hope. So let's go and see if this makes a difference, right? So basically you want to try to deal more damage here. And I'm going to save my earth arrows for the baby dragons that's going to come out. Okay. So there's the baby dragon. So let's go ahead and let's go and take you out. Okay. I lost my angel. That sucks. So now let's go ahead and do a will to kill. The problem is these units are getting stunned as well. Like my guys are getting stunned too. Yeah, not dealing enough damage. Not dealing enough damage is my problem. So it's about the same damage output as before. Let's take him out and let's quickly... Yeah. Not good enough. Crack hack, 1 star, not quite good enough. With this setup, not able to take down advanced. So that's the difference. That's the difference here. Luna being nerfed has a big impact on those fights like dragons, etc. Let's hope for an opponent. Let's see. What time is it now? Unfortunately, if we don't find an opponent soon, I'm gonna have to end the stream just because I do have to get going soon. Mount Fillmore, the message about smaller units being more effective. Yeah, so I got an angel there, which wasn't as helpful, and I got like sort of like the 4-piece units. That's just because those are the strongest units I had. Like the small units, like the 9 unit, the 9 character units. I don't have a lot of those small units, at least strong enough. We could try it next, but I just don't think that they would have dealt enough damage. Let's see. Oh man, am I gonna have to wait? Let's cancel and try again. And it was so unfortunate that I finally found an opponent after like 4 or 5 tries, only to lose because of bad formation. But I do honestly think that I think in that situation it was a mistake for me to just depend on Lich, given that I had lost. I should have just focused on more attack. Like I'm gonna go back to a more attack heavy focus. Right, so 4 frontline, 4 attackers probably would be better, rather than trying to be fancy and use Lich in the back and use Monk in the back, because that effectively takes out 2 of my damage dealers, using Crag as my my main source of hero. Oh goodness, goodness, goodness. No opponents. It is Christmas. Nobody's playing. All right. This is going to be my last time trying for it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to check out the store. I'm going to take a look at some other stuff. And I'm basically going to end it here. It is Christmas Day, so I have dinner commitments that I need to get to. I was kind of hoping to be able to finish this, though. I had about like an hour and a half or so. Spent most of that. Was having a good time so far, but at least I was able to get 11 wins, 1 loss, which is really, really good. And so I'm going to let it go down to 60 seconds. If I don't find any opponents by then, I'm going to cancel out. We'll take a look at the store, see if I can get anything. Apparently, you can buy a skin. You can buy the second skin for Adelaide in the store. Oh, all right. Hellfish, NA1. Who do I get rid of? Who do I get rid of? I don't really know who I can get rid of here. Okay, and all right, so who did I lose? I think I lost my Dendroid guard. Yeah, I lost Dendroid guard. All right, let's hope we win. Let's hope we win. Let's see. Okay. You're gonna have to put some defense up front, right? There's the defense there. So I think I'll put Ogre and Demon here then. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with 4 and 4 just to make it safe. I could potentially put a Monk here for heal, but I think I'm just gonna go back to sort of like the 4 and 4. This is a curious setup, a very curious setup here. Do I just ignore that? Do I just ignore it? I'm very curious about this here. Are these like liches? Liches and whites? He's basically foregoing all defense up front.
Feel my axe.
Super heavy on the casters. Ah, he's got a genie. I didn't see the genie or I would have gotten rid of it. So I'm curious how this is gonna go. Will I be able to take this out?
Will never kill my legend.
Am I gonna be able to take him out? So, okay. Got rid of... I think so. Looks like it should be no problem. I was actually a little concerned, like, with all the caster heavy in the back. I was kind of curious, but then there was no defense up front. There's like 0 defense up front. So there's my 12th win. A little anticlimactic. I think the previous opponent was actually more difficult. But 12 wins is 12 wins. And that gives me 5,000 dual coins that can be used. And I also get 3 chests. So that's good. Take a look at the... So we can buy skins here. So the skins that's available, let's see, 200,000. So I'll be able to get 200,000 for Luna as well as Adelaide, and I'm at 41,000. So I need to play a lot more to earn 200,000 coins. But let's see, we can get avatars. I can't because I don't have enough, but we can get some items. So Mount Fillmore, you can also spend 8,000 to buy dual tickets here if you wanted to. Ooh, I can also buy frames. I can also buy frames for 40,000, but I think I'm going to save it. I'm going to save all of these coins to potentially get myself a skin. So anyways, that is Duel Heroes. Got my 12 wins, and that will wrap up this particular stream. Thank you very much for joining me, everybody. Merry Christmas. Hope you have a great holiday, and you know, keep tuning in for more episodes as I continue my quest to get through more chapters, and I will start having more unit breakdown videos as well. So look forward to that as well. So what do I get for the skins? If you get skins, you basically can change your unit's look. So basically, you can see here, I got a hero here. So Catherine has 2 skins. I have this one, and I also got the Royal Wedding, which I'm working on unlocking. Adelaide has another one as well. You can see here, her original skin is this classic one, but then I was able to get the Christmas Carol skin. So kit skins are, and sometimes they give you a little bit bonus as well. Anyways, so that's all for me. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.